so what happens to tampering and stuff like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you give it no due process or something, don't acknowledge it, as some say, and so you put people's lives in danger, you know what I mean? I'm not saying this guy right now, he's talking about, it's profiling, but he's talking about instead of fishing and stuff like that, fishing, right? I wasn't saying fishing, and what you're talking, and what I'm talking about is you put no due process or no justice on that, then I don't know what American is, really. And it's kind of like, I don't know, that's worse than fun. I mean, you put someone's life where they can't change gears or whatever. And it's not check engine light. They don't know that. People don't know that. I mean, half people don't know that. And if you say it's a philosophy of like, half of you don't know, then half of you that have it skeptical, then all of it is skeptical then, you can say, in the same sense. So, the whole thing is suspect anyway, because it's not supposed to have that little oil. And so given that, shots from like who shot you. And so given that, the philosophy of what it is, and say what it is and what it is, and there's those just asserted, or there's some blind backing to it. What is the conversation in that? There's still emotional volatility. There's still illogical conversation, and it's still unethical behavior, unethical moral decay behavior. Okay, right? Okay, so and this.
Absolutely, Thomas.
And so whether it's scratches underneath the trunk, and so stuff like that, and say, well, you know, and I can't say because I'm a loyalist to whatever, you know, is street level game, whatever, I mean, or whatever like that, and say, oh, it's around you, and talking about, and you just self-incriminate, and it gets worse and worse, and almost by the government as well. I remember by the government itself, because they say, oh, well, you have to sign here, and you but you have no, it's not guaranteed results here, and such and whether. And I'm like, well, what is the point of doing all that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to do it anyway. What's the point of that?
I wasn't one of them that did that. Featuring lyrics about the president.
So,
the president says the winners will be invited to the White House, and we're not making this up. We'll play some of the best submissions coming up next.
So, you know, so.
I think he's quite charming.
You don't know him.
So, you know, whether it's, you know, you do that like that, or whatever. So they're saying, oh man, it's such and such, or such and such. Or then you have to go check your oil and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, you know, you're too, and like, oh, your rules, and why you ride a motorcycle. Well, I mean, that has nothing to do. I mean, that's my own business and stuff like that. I mean, given that, but when you're in intent to assault and intent to batter, then that's what it implicates. What do you call it? A violation, violating my rights and stuff like that, So. Call what you want. I mean, if it's injustice undone, and you know, and say, so you get aggravated and say, oh, I'm gonna meditate. You know, you gotta meditate into it. I mean, it's not just a search. So, whether it be some type of organizations that are intent to dust us, like dust bunnies or political pawns and some sort, and steal the butt of people's, criminal intent. And that's really sad, you know what I mean?
Welcome back to this special edition of
because we always have to fucking take the butt of that, always take the brunt of that.
President Trump launched a viral video challenge now on Twitter today.
And you're like, keep them broke.
So. Make America Great Again movement. Now waves of
so, you know what I mean? So, I mean, even if a serious works, even if XM satellite works, there's no justice or a blind back of what it is. And, like, it's just continuous, like, political pawn in such and such situation. And write us off as Taliban or write us off as, like, you know, some patriotism.
Call me Mega Boy cause my hat be insane. Big letters, see them popping off my brain.
And whether chocolate or vanilla, let's leave out the hate. It's time to educate and show the youth it's not about race. We let the begging and divisiveness push the tape. Men that had our show okay.
Lowest unemployment, wages up, I ain't complaining. Obama made me homeless, voted Trump, and now it's changing. Now
All righty. MAGA is for everyone. Transcends everyone. Unfortunately, though, that is all the time we have left this evening. As always, thank you for being with us. My thanks to the Sean Hannity team and to Sean. He will be back here on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone. I appreciate it.